Hi, welcome to the hands-on Christmas pastry baking class. So tonight we are making regula and also baklava. And so this is all through Open the Gates, which is a nonprofit. And I am the instructor, Janine, and we have Pat over here. She's going to do the baklava, and I'm doing the regula. And so we're going to start making the regula pastry. So we have two parts. So the pastry needs to get chilled. So we're going to start making the pastry. We'll chill it, and then we'll go over to the baklava, and Pat will demonstrate that. And then we'll come back and do the filling for the regula. So to start making the regula, we've already got our great students here, Heather and Chuck, have started with the unsalted butter and the cream cheese. So we have a half a cup of the unsalted butter and then 4 ounces of cream cheese. So I'm going to start with that. And the great thing about regula is it actually started in the 1600s at the same time that the croissant was made. And it's a Yiddish word for twisted. So what happens is the dough has inside ingredients. And throughout the years, people have changed what goes inside. So tonight, we're doing a little twist on this recipe. We're going to combine, it's a Jewish pastry, and we're actually going to make it a Christmas regula. So we're making it Jewish and Christian, just to celebrate the combination of the Christianity and the Judaism faith. So I'm going to add the butter in this mixing bowl, and also the cream cheese. And you see Heather and Chuck have already gotten going on this. And we've got a mixer here. Once all the cream cheese and the butter is mixed, then we add the sour cream. So we're gonna start here. How are you guys doing on this? Yeah? Okay, so yeah, the butter is a little bit hard. So we have this hand mixer. You can also use a stand mixer. Makes it a lot easier, but tonight we're using a hand mixer. So we're gonna just go ahead and mix this. Once it's mixed, we will add the cream cheese. And so when we add the sour cream, it actually started in Central Europe, the sour cream portion of it. So there's different versions of the regula. Some have sour cream, others don't. So I'm going to mix this with the hand mixer. This makes it a lot easier. Okay, do you guys want to use a hand mixer, or how are you doing with that? Okay, so we're going to just bring the other ones out here to use. Okay, so once we have this, the unsalted butter and the cream cheese mix, we're going to add the sour cream. It's a half a cup of sour cream. And this recipe in part comes from a book called Mama Leah's Jewish Kitchen by Leah Loeb Fisher. And I took this and made it Christmas, so we're going to add my own variation to it with the white chocolate and a peppermint ingredient. And then we'll have some nice colored sparkles for the outside. So we'll have it very festive looking for Christmas. These taste really awesome too. You're going to love them. Have you guys had regula before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
What's your favorite ingredient inside?
I like cinnamon.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're mixing the sour cream, and the sour cream makes the dough really yummy too. I like it with the sour cream. So the other thing about is there's a couple ways that people roll them up. You can roll them up as a log, or you can also make them in crescent shapes. And the crescent shape was actually just introduced 300 years ago. Before that, it was always rolled up as a log. And then they started making it more in crescent just recently. Well, 300 years isn't that recent, but for Europe it's recent, right? So we're gonna just mix the sour cream with the cream cheese and the butter. Do you guys need the mixer again? Okay, so I'm gonna switch over here.
Could use a little.
Okay.
Go to the mixing station. This is the mixing station.
Okay, so the last part of the dough is to add the flour. So we have 1.5 cups of flour. So we'll just add this slowly with the mixer. So I'll start doing that. And we have some friends coming, and they're gonna start doing another one too. Siobhan, do you want to take a place up here? So the mixture should just be kind of a where you can mold it with your hands. So I'm not gonna mix this too much just to get it wet. So we want to make 2 balls with it, and then we'll put it in the refrigerator and then work on the baklava after this. Okay, I'm gonna switch. Do you want to use the mixer?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So the last part of the dough is just to make two balls, and we're going to use some plastic wrap and freeze it for an hour or so, and then work on the baklava. So I'm just going to get my hands a little bit dusty so I don't stick to the dough. But I'm going to form 2 doughs in here.
You need this table?
Just right here. So right now we're just going to make 2 balls, 2 dough balls that we can put in plastic wrap, and then we will refrigerate it. The trick is to get your hands with the flour so it doesn't stick. So I'm just going to have this put it in. So yeah, we're just making doughs now, round balls. We can refrigerate. Okay, so we're gonna put the regula in, or you pronounce it rugula. Regula. So we're putting the 2 balls of dough in the refrigerator, and then we're gonna go to the baklava recipe. And once we look at the baklava, we'll come back to the regula and put the filling in.
Now, what is that white things? What is this white? What you call it? It's a paper?
This.
Is
No,
this paper?
it's not paper.
Okay.
It's folio.
Folio, okay. Then you need to bring folio. Okay, and what is this?
Walnuts, finely chopped. A half a cup of sugar.
Okay.
A teaspoon of ground cinnamon.
Where is the cinnamon?
A cup of butter. It's already in
It's
there.
already here.
Yeah, I already made
Okay,
it.
good.
12-ounce jar of honey and coconut if needed.
Oh, wow, great. Now, what we'll do after this?
Okay, you put a layer of
Alain?
folio and then brush
Okay,
your
can you show
mixture.
us?
Then brush your
Can I
mixture.
do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Brush your mixture. You got to do it very
This one?
yes.
Mixer like this?
No, it's already mixed.
It's already mixed. Okay. That's great. Then I will take some.
And
Like
you don't
this?
put a whole lot. You gotta.
Ah, but
You
I
gotta
love
use-
sweet.
Yeah, but you gotta send. If you do a whole lot, it'll be gone.
It will be gone? Okay. Wow. You are a Messianic. You are Jewish.
You put it lightly. Brush it lightly.
Okay. Lightly. Okay. And then After you do that, you put another layer.
Another layer, but you didn't finish.
Okay, I will finish it now. Wow, she's tough. Teacher.
Too much.
Okay.
You have to use the knife to get it,
Spread it.
to spread it. You need to spread it.
Okay. Okay, nice.
Okay.
And after that?
After that, you get another layer and put on top.
Okay. Whoa, looks good.
Then you cut in rectangular clockwise after you get it all fixed. You bake it at 300 degrees for an hour and 25 minutes until golden brown.
350 degree.
300 degrees.
Okay, 300 degree. You put it in the oven.
1 hour and 25 minutes
1 hour,
until
20
golden brown.
Whoo. And then?
And then in a small pan, melt your honey and all that and spoon it on top, this stuff.
Okay,
Put
you
it
can
on
do
top
that.
again. And then let stand for an hour, room temperature.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
it.
That's it.
Wow. Baklava, and I think we have a ready baklava.
It's already made.
It's already made.
Magic.
Yeah, right? Okay, guys. Thank you for watching Hands on Cooking. And the host is Janine Messiah. And we have the students. They took the class today. Heather and Siobhan and Pat. They are not really students. They are the master of cooking, and they did great job, and we have some people watching, the program today, good. And now, Janine, what we need to do, I would...
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll roll out the regula and we'll put the fillings in. All right, so we're at the second half of the regula, and what we're going to do is we're going to do two different versions of rolling it out. So the first way will be the log version, and that's going to be a rectangle, and it's about 12 inches wide by about 4 inches. Well, the 12 inches is long and then 4 inches wide. So we'll go ahead and roll this guy out first, and then we'll do the round version with the crescent the second time around. And then we want to make sure we have enough flour so we don't get it stuck. And we had the dough in the fridge, but it's a little bit wet still because it wasn't probably, it's best if you refrigerate it for a couple hours or even overnight. We just did this for maybe, 30 to 40 minutes. So it's going to be a little bit sticky, so we're just adding a little extra flour so we don't get stuck to the place that we're rolling it out. So yeah, we're just going to make this into a rectangle, 12 inches long by 4 inches wide. And this is a version that started in 1600s. And so you can add any kind of I added white chocolate chips and the candy cane for Christmas, but really you can get creative with this. It's whatever you like inside. And traditional ones, I think Heather, you said you like the cinnamon. Yeah, and that chocolate, just regular chocolate's good. You can do jam, like apricot jam or raspberry jam. Or even, I was thinking, what about Nutella, like everybody. Do you need a roller, or are you guys?
I'm good.
Good. Okay, so once you have it, we have it about right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add the white chocolate chips and the candy cane, and just kind of, now it's better if it's small mini chocolate chips. I couldn't find any in the grocery, so this is so because they're bigger, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the roller to kind of get it in there so it sticks in. And just put it in so it covers most of the dough here. And then you want to add the candy cane also. So I'm going to come over here and grab some candy cane. And I just took one of these big candy canes and smashed it, so it's in pieces. Now we want to just cover just a light covering of this, because what we're going to do is we're going to roll up the log. And so what we're doing today, since we're doing this, it's not in a house, we're in our studio. So we're not going to actually bake it tonight. We're going to take it home as a dough form. And then we can bake it at home. And the cool thing about that is we're getting ready. We're what, 3 days ahead now for Christmas? And we can have this in our fridge for 3 days. And on Christmas, we can go ahead and just put it in the oven, and we're ready. So we're good to go. So how are you guys doing over there? Looks good, yeah. Okay, so looks like we all have our ingredients inside. So once we have it inside, what we're going to do is we're going to take the long form, so the long side, and we're just going to roll this up, starting from the end there. That's good, yeah. So just start a small little roll, and just keep rolling it until we get to the end. So this is going to be a log, and then we'll put it in our fridge without cutting it. And when we get ready to cook it, then we can cut it. So we're going to have this log perfect, you guys. Okay, and we want to have the seam at the bottom. So you have this, should be no seam at the top. Okay. And then what we're going to do, this is our final thing before we stick it in the fridge for Christmas, is we're going to take an egg, and we're going to add some water. Just do an egg wash. So we'll just break an egg in here, and then and we can do it now because we want to add the sprinkles on top. So, and yeah, we'll get it in the fridge. So we have different color sprinkles. So we're using the Christmas sprinkles. So we have green, and then there's some red, and I even have some gold. So, and then we'll get some water. So let me grab some water. Okay, you got some water in there? Perfect. Okay, and then we'll take a brush. And we'll just brush our tops with this. Okay, so that's the log, and what we'll do then is we'll just cover, once we have the egg wash and the sparkles on, we'll cover it with plastic and then stick it right away in the fridge. Okay, so as they're doing that, I'm going to start rolling out the other one, which is we're going to do a round version. And this is the crescent version. So this is like the, the crescent rolls, you like the bread rolls and stuff. It's just it's the same insides. We're just going to do a different way of rolling it. So I just take this out, and again, it goes in the fridge for a couple hours, and then we roll this out in a circle, and the circle should be about 9 inches wide all around. And then once we get it to that, we cut it into 12 different pieces, and then we'll just roll it up in crescents and put the same filling in there. And as you can see over here, they've got the egg wash going, and then they're going to make it nice and pretty with the sugar sprinkles. And here's some gold as well, which would be kind of pretty. And we've got red and blue, so This is where you get to just be a little creative with the colors. And again, you guys can just do any kind of filling if you have a favorite, you know, like if you have a favorite nut you like to put in or a favorite jelly, you can really be creative with the inside. Again, the traditional insides are usually cinnamon or apricot or standard chocolate. But we're just getting it to be a little Christmassy. And you can see Heather, she's got the green. That looks really pretty. So after we have it in the fridge and we're ready for Christmas, we would just cut that into 12 pieces, and then we would bake it. So, and it bakes for, it's 350 degrees, bakes for about 20 minutes, and it's done and ready. And so I hope you guys enjoy Regula for Christmas and just celebrating the Jewish and Christian holiday. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Hi everyone, I'm Heather, and I'm here today with my friend Shavin from Syria. She brought this amazing Syrian dish that she made for us to eat while we've been making pastries. She is going to share how to cook it for you.
هاي هذا هاي هاي الأكلة اسمها كبة بصينية. هي أكلة سورية. المقادير هي سميد ولحمة مع بصل. بنحط لها بهارات وطبعا نحتاج كمان لحمة هبرة مع السميد. بالأول مندير السميد على الماكينة شي 2 أو 3 حسب الرغبة. بعد ما درناها بعدين بندعكها شوي بالإيد. منجيب الصينية مندهنها بالسمنة. بعدها منساوي العجينة الكبة منساويها على شكل دائرة. بعدين منمد تحت الصينية. بعدها بنكون سوينا اللحمة وبتكون جاهزة اللحمة مع البصل وبهارات. بعد ما قليناها بنحط فوق العجينة. بعدها بنرجع بنساوي العجينة دائرة تانية بنرجع بنغطيها. بعد ما غطيناها طبعا بتصير هيك انه طبقة من تحت وطبقة لحمة بالنص وطبقة من فوق. بعدها بجيب السكينة بقطعها تقطيع وبحط لها حسب الرغبة اللي بيحب يحط اللوز. وبعدين بنحط بالفرن على درجة 180 درجة وبنحطها شي تقريبا 20 دقيقة وبعدها هيك بتكون جاهزة. صحة وهنا.
Wow! Fabulous! Wow, good job.
So now we're just making the round version, which is the crescent ones. So we did the logs. This will go in the fridge. And then again, we can actually bake this. So if we just leave it in the fridge, at Christmas, we'll have it ready just to cut and then bake at 350 for about 20 minutes. And so the next one we're doing is the round version, which is the crescent version. And you see I cut it into 12 pieces. And then I'm adding the white chocolate, the same insides. And I'll just add some more candy cane. And then we're going to roll it up. So, and this is kind of a fun look to it. Oops. Okay, here. Hopefully I don't fall. We'll have some bloopers here, right? Okay, so I'm going to add some more of this candy cane. And if you want to cheat, if you don't want to have to do the cutting up the candy cane, I found some white chocolate that has peppermint in it. So I added some of that into here. We're using this one. And I want to mention that Vons helped us with some of the ingredients. So a shout out to Vons as a sponsor for this event tonight. So thank you so much. They were generous to do that. So, and we're just having fun with the ingredients inside. And this is a dessert. You can also make if you wanted to make it more of a savory, you could do that too and add savories inside. But so now that I have the inside going, I'm just going to go ahead and roll this up. I start at the end, at the white end, and I just roll it up. And just like the log, I keep the seam on the bottom, And then I would add the egg wash and the sprinkles again on top. And so here we have just a different version of the same ingredients, just rolled up differently. So that's it. And these ladies are doing the round versions. And it's a great fun to do this together. That's why a part of the reason why we started this center was to have a place that some of the stuff is solitary. If you're just in the kitchen by yourself, it's not much fun. But when you have a group of people doing it, it's like a party. So we're having a party now and still creating stuff. So and we have full stomachs.
Thanks to Shavin.
Yeah. And the last thing we're going to do tonight, it's again we're adding the Jewish and the Christian faiths together by taking the candles from the menorah, and we're going to sing Silent Night with those. So we're going to have a little fun singing at the very end. Thank you for coming. Heather, I have to say Heather is like a huge sponsor of Open the Gates and a huge fan, and she is awesome. And Siobhan, we've met her through Heather, and this family is really a great family from Syria.
Yeah, we love
So, Mr. Messiah, do you have any last parting words for us?
I think you guys are my hero. And I need to taste all what you're cooking.
Well, we get to anticipate this for Christmas.
Can we put those in microwave?
You have a microwave, that's right.
Yeah, I don't know if it would do so good in a microwave. We got to use the traditional oven here.
Ooh, wow.
Have a
Mean Messiah.
have a little patience with it. Anticipation. I guess we could leave some for Santa. So see if Santa wants some on Christmas Eve, right? Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Amen. كل سنة وانتم طيبين. Merry Christmas
Merry
and a Happy New
Christmas
Year.
and happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.